Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Elder Scrolls Online video update with me, Sherman. Today guys, we got some great news about the Blackwood release and things that are coming. In the background I actually have the gameplay or the cinematic trailer going along with the reveal and everything, but I want to talk a little bit about it because I do think it's pretty cool what the devs talked about in the live stream. What they talk about here and some of this, you're going to see some stuff pop up on the screen too, and at times don't just ignore it. Junk mail. But I do want to say some things real quick. So first off, a lot of things are changing in the ESO features with this new update. We're getting the new Oblivion Portals, which were talked about in the live stream today. We're also getting a new companion system, which is like one of the big features we're getting this update, besides the portal system. And the portals are amazing, what they discussed with them. And we'll get into all this stuff as the video continues on, but I do want to talk about some other things. So, first off, the things I have coming to the channel here over the next few weeks is going to be a lot of guides. Don't expect to see many builds or any at all until after the release of Blackwood goes on the PTS, which it will be on the 19th of April. It will be going live on the PTS. So I will be on the PTS testing a lot of this stuff, checking out not only the new content, but also the companion system, if they allow us to do that, unless we have to do the quest for them. I don't know, but I am going to do all that stuff. I'm going to test everything I can. But the reason I'm going and doing a bunch of guides is because I feel like there's a lot of things that are left out in ESO when it comes to like information that people need for the game, and it's not given to you by the developers in the game. One of the experiences I've had lately with Final Fantasy is they have a tutorial thing in it that tells you how to play your role. Play the tank, play the healer, play the damage dealer. I really wish they would add that in every MMO, because it would really help. But a lot of things are coming to the game, which are going to be really cool, and I'm really excited for them. And the guides that I want to do also are guides that are going to help explain a lot about the game. They're going to explain a lot about tanking, a lot about healing, a lot about different roles in the raid system or trial system this game has. And it's going to really focus in more in depth in that stuff. So it's going to be really cool to be able to deep dive into this. And I think that it'll help a lot of players understand a little bit more about what a traditional MMO is like and what it's like to play one, and to understand the different roles that you play within an MMO. So those are the things I got going for. Now, as we go through this,
hi everyone, welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online Blackwood Chapter Preview.
This
hey, ESO fam,
video, I will be
so
talking about the
here
stuff
with
that
you
they
today
talk
as we
about
go
here
in-depth on
with
our
this
latest year-long adventure.
Back in
with the
January,
releases.
we announced the
So,
Blackwood Chapter.
one of the cool things is they did announce the Blackwood stuff. They showed off the trailer at the beginning of the year, and now we're getting into looking at this. This is what's coming, guys. Blackwood. And Blackwood is amazing. The amount of content that's coming with it is by far the most you'll see ever added to a game. There's that ad I was talking, or that pop-up I talked about.
Kicked off the exciting news story earlier this month. And we'll have 2 more content.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this up a little bit.
Blackwood's launch in June. Today,
and let you guys
focusing
listen
on the Blackwood chapter, premiering some exclusive gameplay that's still in development, and giving you an update on a new system we know lots of you are excited about, companions. We'll also pull back the curtain and share juicy details on ESO's massive leap to the latest generation of consoles.
Whether you're a longtime player or a new adventurer interested in joining the millions of people who have played the Elder Scrolls Online, this is the place to be. Plus, we'll let you know how you can jump into some Gates of Oblivion content today for free, whether you own the game or not.
We'll be back in a little bit with more info, but now it's time to kick things off.
A big hello to everyone tuning in from around the world. I'm so excited to be here at ZOS HQ to share more details about Blackwood and the Gates of Oblivion. I have both the honor and privilege of representing the team here at ZOS. They are an incredible bunch of people, and it is their passion, talent, and hard work that has made ESO what it is today. A huge thank you to everyone on the team for all your hard work over the years. The Elder Scrolls Online has surpassed 18 million players this year, and we're still growing. The response to our Gates of Oblivion global reveal event back in January was incredible. We loved hearing how excited you were about the return of a test classic in Mehrunes Dagon and starting your year-long adventure. Many of you already have by jumping into our first DLC, Flames of Ambition. As many of you all know, we recently joined the Xbox family, and we're so excited to work with such an amazing partner who joins us in our belief of supporting ESO across all platforms. And on that note, I've got some exciting news. Today, we're thrilled to unveil the Elder Scrolls Online Console Enhanced, which enables ESO to run natively on Xbox Series X, S, and PlayStation 5 consoles. This is a massive leap forward for ESO, and we're very excited to take advantage of the incredible power of the new console generation to bring you both stunning upgrades to both performance and visuals, making it ESO's most immersive and best performing console version yet. When you make the jump to ESO Console Enhanced, you'll enjoy graphical enhancements to almost every aspect of the game, including lighting, shadows, and reflections that all combine to create even more beautiful and engaging environments. In addition to this, we've also increased some texture resolutions, filters, and improved anti-aliasing to help bring out the details of the world of Tamriel as you explore it. The Elder Scrolls Online is now by far the biggest Elder Scrolls game and probably RPG of any kind on any console ever. And our team has been working extremely hard to make sure that ESO Console Enhanced is both performant and breathtaking, a truly amazing experience on new generation machines. Trust us when we say, this is a game changer. ESO Console Enhanced arrives June 8th, and it will be free for anyone who owns or purchases ESO on Xbox One or PS4. Stay tuned for more details. We are just about ready to venture into Blackwood, but before we do, let's talk companions. As we announced in our Blackwood Reveal event back in January, companions are your adventuring buddies, joining you in nearly everything and anything you do in ESO. That means you'll always have someone at your side, ready for adventure, regardless of whether you play solo or with friends. From battling Dagon cultists to investigating Ayleid ruins, they'll be there for you. You can adventure with your companion almost anywhere, with the exception of PvP or solo arenas. And if you need some time for yourself, you can always despawn or dismiss them at will. There are 2 different companions available in the chapter launch, and they are unlocked by completing quests in the Blackwood Zone. All companions, including any we might add in the future, have their own unique identities, along with their own likes and dislikes. And as you get to know them, you can unlock new quests that provide more insight into who they are and where they came from. Pay attention though, because you can build up or lose rapport with your companions depending on your actions in Tamriel. Once you've unlocked a companion, they start at level 1, and they can level up by earning experience in combat with you. As you level your companion up, they unlock new skills and active ability slots for use in combat. It's your choice on which abilities they use, as well as their gear and combat behaviors. Take special care, though, when slotting their abilities. Companions use a cooldown and priority system when choosing which abilities to use. The order in which they are placed on the skill bar is the order in which they will try to use the skills. We know how much you love to customize your own characters. Companions will also be able to have their appearances customized, using some of the cosmetics you've unlocked for your own characters, including mounts, costumes, and outfits. There's still a lot more details to cover with companions, and I know you all have tons of questions. We'll have a lot more info on this soon, so make sure to check out our website for updates. And now, it's time to explore Argonian and Imperial-occupied lands known as Blackwood.
Hey everyone, and thanks for joining me on this adventure through Blackwood. As Rich mentioned back in January, the chapter zone of Blackwood stretches from the southern portions of Cyrodiil all the way east to the borders of Shadowfen. It's here that a mixture of both Argonian and Imperial cultures will attempt to coexist with one another, though this will be difficult at times. But the two races will have to put their differences aside as the forces of Mehrunes Dagon and his cultists attempt to sow the seeds of destruction in Blackwood. When you first arrive in Blackwood, you'll be at the gates of Leowyn. It's going to be instantly familiar to those who've played Test 4. Expect to find the Great Chapel of Zenithar near the city gates, as well as Castle Leowyn towering over the city itself. Of course, being set 800 years prior to Test 4 means there's going to be some differences as well. Our Leowyn has a proper dock outside the city walls, placing the city at the center of bustling trade routes within the Topal Bay. There's also going to be a number of new marketplaces and vendors that have set up shop in areas that may have been inaccessible due to Test 4's timeline due to all the city's excessive flooding. Leowyn is the largest city in Blackwood, and it's also going to act as your main hub. It contains all the regular vendors, crafting stations, guilds, banks, and other services you'd expect from a hub city. It's also where the main quest begins. You see, acting commander of the Ivory Brigade, Rian Lorne, will have need of you when you arrive. Imperial counselors, all who have appeared to have connections to emperors of the past, are in danger. It's going to be up to you and an old friend, Evely Sharparrow, to discover what exactly is going on in Blackwood. Now, there's a lot more to see and explore in Leowyn when Blackwood launches. For now, though, let's travel to a place folks haven't visited since 1994's arena, Gideon. Now, we're going to need to be on high alert as we make our way to the city. While Gideon itself is a safe haven, the ruined Ayleid outskirts are quite dangerous. You'll need to be on the lookout for the dangerous creatures roaming the swamps, like my new favorite monsters, the bog dogs and death hoppers. Those aren't the only things you'll need to watch out for either. The restless spirits that haunt the ruins of Castle Geovis, a landmark that should be familiar to those who have read the lore book 2920, are nearby as well. For now, though, let's continue into the city of Gideon. Though the city may look imperial, its leadership and rulers are anything but. Led by the great Keshu of the Blackfin Legion, Gideon has been turned into a home for not only the Argonians who have left the dark swamps of the Black Marsh, but for many travelers from the lands around the area. In addition to the major cities of Blackwood, there's tons of other locations to explore as well, both familiar and new. Places like Undertow Caverns, Vion Ruins, and Border Watch will all be familiar but different. There's also places like Arpenia, Deepscorn Hollow, and Bloodrun Cave, each with their own unique stories to tell. You're also going to want to keep an eye out for some familiar faces here too. There might just be an archaeologist and her manservant stumbling into some trouble again. Oh, and perhaps a band of masked actors from Somerset as well. Next up, we're going to dance with some Daedra in the Deadlands. But before we do, a quick word from our sponsors.
Wow, there is a lot to look forward to in Blackwood. There are a ton of great in-game events, new content, and sales happening right now too, beginning with the ESO Free Play event.
For the next 2 weeks, new players can test drive The Elder Scrolls Online on any available platform absolutely free.
That happen.
You can visit elderscrollsonline.com/freeplay for all the details.
Some exciting news on top of that, all players, new, returning, or current, can begin their Gates of Oblivion adventure today. Right now, anyone can jump into the ESO Blackwood Prologue quest.
This new quest ties directly to the events in Blackwood, giving you a perfect starting point along with something tasty to tide you over until the chapter release. No spoilers, but the prologue quest will have you learn the terrible secret of the Longhouse Emperors who are threatening Tamriel.
You'll help fan-favorite characters Myrith, the Dremora, and Evely Sharparrow to overcome Daedric cultists and begin to solve the mystery of Mehrunes Dagon's 4 ambitions. This is available to everyone, even players who are participating in the free trial.
And remember, if you've participated in a free trial before, your character and all progress carries over, so you can pick up exactly where you left off.
And if you want more, the Flames of Ambition DLC is available now in the ESO Crown Store. It's also available to players through our ESO Plus membership. Or you can also pick up the latest chapter, ESO Greymoor, part of the Dark Heart of Skyrim adventure, on sale now before Blackwood arrives in June.
That's tons of content to go through. Speaking of which,
it's time to check out a cool new world event that we're introducing in Blackwood that I'm very excited about, Oblivion Portals. These portals are early Dagon experiments, attempts to bridge a path between Nirn and the Deadlands themselves, and they're unlike anything we've ever done before. Unlike previous world events, these portals aren't marked out on your map. Instead, they'll appear randomly throughout the zone, and you're going to need to seek them out to discover their whereabouts. These Oblivion portals aren't the same ones as in Test 4. A Daedric army isn't going to come marching out of them and destroy Kvatch again. Instead, you're going to need to bring the battle to the Deadlands to shut them down. When you enter an Oblivion portal, you'll be whisked away to a random island in the depths of the Deadlands. Because there's several starting locations for these events, you'll need to traverse a number of different pathways each adventure to get to your ultimate goal. This means, depending on the islands you traverse, expect to encounter different types of Daedra, cultists, and even champion mini-bosses standing in your way. These portals aren't just small areas that you're entering either. You can expect a similar size and scope to our public dungeons, just to give you an idea of how large they actually are. Now, once you're inside the Deadlands, your goal lies inside the tower at the central island. Be warned though, the deeper you go, the more challenging this is going to get. Once you do arrive at your goal, expect to face off with the Daedra in charge of these recent invasions in an epic battle alongside your friends and allies. Just know, this is only the beginning of Mehrunes Dagon's plans. But these portals are proof that he's making progress. I look forward to adventuring alongside all of you when these portal events begin later this year with the launch of Blackwood.
The Blackwood chapter launches in June, and we're counting down the days. We can't wait to share what we've been working on so hard this past year. But Blackwood isn't the end. There's still a lot more to come in the Gates of Oblivion adventure. We'll have more info on that shortly after chapter launch, so keep your eyes peeled. But before I go, I've got one last thing that I think you will all be very interested in seeing. Check out the world premiere of our very first Blackwood gameplay trailer.
Alright, now that we've seen that stuff and you guys heard the news, I'm going to turn the volume down. We'll let this play in the background. So, as you guys saw, we are getting companions, 2 of them. I believe it's either an Imperial or it's a Breton human person. And then, of course, we're getting the Dark Elf, and she's more roguish. But they show in the video, and if you catch it really closely, you can see it shows the different roles that they can play: tank, healer, damage dealer, and then the skills that they can equip. They can also use different weapon types as well, which is really cool. I think that's a really awesome feature. But the thing I'm excited most about is Oblivion Portals. Companions are going to be fun, but when they announced Oblivion Portals and how they would work, it really grabbed my attention for one reason. Random dungeons is what it is. Now, the difficulty of these things, we don't know what they're going to be like until we get on it gets on PTS, which is, again, the 19th. And I can promise you, I will be searching those things out first because I want to experience the interior of one of these portals and see what it's like. I'm also super excited to see what the new trial is for this update, and when the next 2 DLCs come out, I can't wait to see those as well. But I'm just super excited for the growth of the game, the development, and everything else. I need to do something here, guys. There we go. I think I got that. If I didn't, I'll have to go back and redo it. But...
And that's a wrap. Thanks to Rich, Jason, and of course,
and
all of you for tuning in.
yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Blackwood is available for
So,
repurchase right now. This
be
latest
ready,
ESO
guys.
chapter
Lots of
will
guides
launch
coming
on
over the next
PC
few
and
weeks.
Stadia on June
Lots
1st
of
and June 8th for Xbox
new
and
stuff
PlayStation.
I'm going to be talking about
The
when
update for
it's on the
Xbox
PTS.
Series S and
That way
PlayStation
we can
5
give more
arrives
definitive
Blackwood.
information.
Also on
Any
June
news
8th,
that does come out
ESO
down the
free trial
pipeline,
is
I will
open
try to
now
cover
and
between
runs
now and then
until
as
April
well,
13th.
but I can't make
The
any
Blackwood
promises.
chapter pro
So,
requests are also live right now
can't
and
wait.
available to
This is
all
going to be
ESO
awesome.
players.
And
Those who
I
already
just have
own
to
the
say
game
this.
and anyone
You guys know what's coming next. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys want to see more videos by me, you can subscribe. And if you do subscribe, make sure you click that notification bell to be notified when I post new videos. Other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and this guy might see you in game. Bye.